This is CTV News with Andrew Johnson.
Cameron Bluff fire is now under control.
There's less traffic coming to town, and that's having a major impact on our tourism and hospitality businesses.
Businesses in Port Alberni begin to cut hours and staff as the Highway 4 shutdown stretches into its third week. Tonight, how the crucial link to the West Coast could be open by the weekend.
Today, we're here to mark the completion of construction and the opening of the new 12-bed ICU.
We take you behind the scenes for a sneak peek of the new intensive care unit at the Nanaimo Regional General Hospital. And Sue makes a stop in the capital, where you can take in one of the most intact and largest T-Rex skeletons ever discovered. Good evening, I'm Andrew Johnson. Thanks for joining us for CTV News Vancouver Island. We begin with some positive news tonight on the Mid-Island, where the Cameron Bluffs wildfire is now classified as under control, and Highway 4 could potentially reopen this weekend. For people in Port Alberni, that can't happen soon enough, as some businesses affected by the closure have started to lay off staff. CTV's Brendan Strain reports.
These are the first passengers to take advantage of it to go on any longer. Brendan Strain, CTV News, Victoria.
We're getting an inside look at a new wing of the Nanaimo Regional General Hospital ahead of its opening next week. The new and expanded intensive care unit will soon serve some of the island's most critically ill patients. CTV's Yvonne Raymond joins us with more.
Andrew, staff inside Nanaimo's hospital say the intensive care unit is the heart of the building. Next week, more rooms, wider spaces, and better equipment will help streamline their flow in an area where the seconds count.
This hospital is responsible for an area
which critics say can't come soon enough. Andrew.
Okay, thanks, Yvonne. A new article in Canada's top medical journal is sending out a dire warning about the healthcare system, saying emergency rooms across the country are in crisis, including on Vancouver Island. The article published in the Canadian Medical Association journals of the healthcare system. The number of young people dying from overdoses is increasing, according to new numbers released by the BC Coroner Service. Between 2017 and 2022, 142 youth died from the same time last year. As fire investigators sift through the ash at a destroyed Victoria restaurant, police are searching for video that could help catch an arsonist. Friday morning, firefighters arrived at Red East area. ICBC is reporting a record number of people are trying to get their driver's license, but it seems many aren't quite ready to hit the road. In May, a record 35,000 road tests were practice. It's a bittersweet day at the North Island Wildlife Recovery Centre in Arrington. A group of bear cubs who have called the centre home for more than a year are being released back into the wild. 5 black bears will be going back to the forest. One will be set free tomorrow. Well, it's a grueling, daunting task, sailing or paddling 1,200 kilometers from Washington State up the BC coastline to Alaska. It's tough enough to do with a team, so what about without one? A Victoria man has done just that, charting a solo course, coming third in the annual Race to Alaska. Not only did he do the race solo, he set a new record. Here's CTV's Rob Buffum.
Jubilation for a remarkable feat. Victoria's air. This time, he'll likely take a few breaks along the way. Robert Buffum, CTV News.
You win money with a hole in it. Do they accept that? Still to come, the search for a missing submarine en route to the Titanic with tourists on board. And
Sue is a basically complete T-Rex, just missing a couple bones from the tail and the arm and one of the feet.
yeah, meet Sue, the new exhibit at the Royal BC Museum, showing us how she lived, what she ate, and even what her breath smelled like. I've looked into Victoria's Inner Harbour on our Inner Harbour cam, and maybe we'll take a look at the current conditions. 14 degrees, and don't forget your barometer reading, and wind at 22 kilometers per hour.
Early weather is brought to you by Kingfisher Oceanside Resort and Spa, voted #1 best island resort.
A search and rescue mission is underway far off the coast of Newfoundland, where a submersible carrying 5 people has gone missing around the wreck of the Titanic. The company behind the sub offers visits to the storage site for wealthy tourists deep down on the ocean floor. The craft was reported overdue late Sunday. With the latest, here's CTV's John Vinavalli-Rao.
Get ready for what Jules Verne could only imagine.
John Vinavalli-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
One of the biggest and oldest T-Rex skeletons ever found is visiting Victoria. You can catch a glimpse of the magnificent beast at the Royal BC Museum. That is Sue. She's named after the woman who designed the Field Museum. That is wild.
Yeah, are you insinuating that Sue never brushed her teeth, Andrew?
Well, I don't think that they cared about such things back then, Angelina. Hey, some island viewers might just be getting introduced to Angelina Rye, but you, in fact, have very deep island roots.
That's correct. I'm an island girl through and through, born and raised in Duncan, BC.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have the largest hockey stick, you know, lots of things to be proud about for drunken Duncan. Taking a look at this system, we are seeing instability, and it is for the south part of the island, also for the mainland. We are seeing a curtain being pulled back, and we're seeing drier conditions, and that is going to be for North Island and Mid Island, and that will be the pattern going into tomorrow. So we are going to see clearing conditions, overcast overnight into tomorrow morning, on and off showers expected throughout the night, and then, like I said, clearing into tomorrow, and for the majority of the week, we do see a clearing pattern that is going to take effect. So here's a look at what you're going to expect for tonight. Overnight, it's going to be cooler conditions, periods of rain expected from 7 to midnight, and then lighter showers are expected overnight into tomorrow morning. We are going to find that for Greater Victoria, we are going to see a mix of sun and cloud for tomorrow with the high of 17. Same for Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday. This is when we get into a really clearing pattern, and it's going to sustain for the majority of the week into the weekend. So clear conditions, sunshine expected for Nanaimo region as well. Bit of drizzle is expected on Wednesday, but then beautiful sunshine Thursday, Friday. For the weekend, we're also expecting a mix of sun and cloud. Taking a look at the Comox region, a mix of sun and cloud for tomorrow. That drizzle may persist on Wednesday, and then beautiful sunshine for Thursday, Friday. Really warm for the Comox region, a high of 26 on Friday, and also you're going to find that for inland as well. We're going to see in the Port Alberni, Lake Cowichan Valley area, highs of 28 on Friday, so that will be your warmest day of the week, and then back to a mix of sun and cloud for the weekend. So there is your trend. You're clearing West Coast as well. Some drizzle on Wednesday, but then we are with sunny skies, cooler conditions, only a high of 19. And then over the weekend, more cloudy conditions. But after all the rain that we get for tonight, we are expecting it to be a lot more sunny in the upcoming days, Andrew.
All right, spring turns to summer, and it looks like summer starting later this week.
That's right. It is summer equinox or summer solstice on Wednesday.
Wednesday. All right. Thanks, Angelina. Coming up, Community Kid. Adam introduces us to a fourth grader in Victoria who's inspiring his classroom with kindness. That's next on the Sawatsky Sign-Off.
CTV weather brought to you by Train. For heating, cooling, and clean air, it's hard to stop a train.
Finally this evening, this month's Community Kids segment in partnership with Coastal Heat Pumps and CFAX 1070 AM. Tonight, Adam introduces us to a student at Vic West Elementary who's making a positive contribution to his classroom on tonight's Sawatsky Sign-Off.
When Sharad Somaya first started school, his educational assistant says, class in kindness.
Happy. Me.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Victoria.
Promotional consideration for CTV News is provided by Outlook's Menswear.
My name is Sheila, and I can't wait to welcome you home to Sydney All Care Residence.